Are you thinking about getting the 18-inch Kink Kicker BMX bike for your kid, but you're tired of looking at all these reviews and all you see is the same photos that you see on the internet? Well, you're in luck today, because we're going to give you the virtual 3D actual explain and review about this bike right here. So we physically have it here. You can see it in full 3D, and you could even smell it. You could taste it. You know what I mean? Everything. So check this out. Let's get through it. Show you everything about this bike. You've seen the photos online. I've seen the photos online, and it does not do this paint justice. This paint looks amazing in person, and we'll go a little depth in it in a second. But let's start off with the Kink Ace grips. These things are a rubber Creighton rubber grip. It's extra long, and it has a pretty heavy duty bar end. What I noticed about these grips is they're a lot thinner than most of the grips. So the little guys riding these will have a little bit more I would say finger power when they're grabbing onto these grips, because the diameter is smaller. As adults, we forget that our hands are big, and we don't really realize how things are a lot bigger for kids. So that will definitely help them out. Also, the lever is a really small lever, but it's angled perfect for their little fingers to be able to grab. It also has a linear cable on here, which allows you to spin the bars around and the brakes to still work. So that's kind of cool. So they could do tail whips and bar spins if they get to that level. Going to the handlebars, we got the T800 high tensile steel bars. These things are 8 inches tall. So from the center here to the center of the grip here, that's the rise, and it's 8 inches tall. It also has some back sweep and an up sweep, just like regular two-piece handlebars. You can check all the specs out on our website at stackbmx.com. Going to the stem, we got a smaller 50 mil Kink Bold HRD stem. This thing's a little bit smaller, compact. It's got some cutouts right here to keep it lightweight. It's drop forged, so it's strong, very simple. It also is a top load, so it sits a little bit higher. It makes your bars a little bit higher, and it adds more room in the cockpit for your knees and stuff like that. It also has the tall Mission headset. This is a sealed integrated headset. These things work nice because you don't have to wrench on them very much. It's pretty much you set it and forget it. The head tube on this bike is also the integrated head tube, and it has a gyro holes drilled on it, so you could add a gyro on here if you like. Going to the steer tube, the steer tube's high tensile steel along with the fork legs. These are probably the Lance forks, I believe. Oh, the striker forks. Striker forks are tapered, so they're big up here, taper down smaller, and then the front and the back is notched out so that when you're grinding and stuff like that, the forks don't hit the bottom of the ledge or hit the ledge or the rail or anything like that you're grinding. Also, it's cut out on the front so your peg can fit on there easily. Also, these aren't like your generic bikes or regular bikes that you see at the stores. This one actually has a super long axle so that you can put pegs on it. A lot of the other bikes don't have long axles, so you can't put pegs on your bikes. Also, it has a really small axle nut. These are a very large 17 head, and then it's also got like a built-in washer. So what that does is allows it to get more surface on the peg and to help prevent the axle from bending. So a lot stronger, a lot better for grinding, a lot better for pegs. The dropout is pretty thick, so it's harder to bend for the little guys, and as well the pegs fit on super easy. So definitely designed for BMX, so that's super rad. Going to the front hub, you got the Mission Covert unsealed alloy front hub. Got stainless steel spoke, brass nipples, and you got the Mission 7X single wall alloy rim. It's a single wall, but it's on the front. It's pretty hard to bend a front wheel, so single wall will be totally fine. Even if it's on the back, these little guys aren't doing 360s or tail whips or anything like that. And if they are, they probably should upgrade the rim in the future if they're bending wheels. But I don't think any of the kids are going to have problems. My kids are savages, and they've ridden this style rim, and they haven't bent it or anything like that. So I think you're totally fine. Going to the tire, we got a Nova 18 by 2.4, so it's a big fat wide tire. You're definitely going to like that because it's going to give the kid a lot more control. It's going to be easy to turn, and it's going to give them a lot of stability. Also, too, you can run lower air pressure, and it's going to feel like it's pumped up more. If they're doing drops or anything like that, the big drops, this tire will cushion their drops a lot more, and if you lower the air pressure, it'll also help out. Bump jumps, anything like that, definitely the wider tire is definitely going to help out. Going to the frame, this is definitely a high tensile steel frame. Perfect for the little guys. The color just looks amazing. This thing is like a metallic silver or gray. I would say gray, but it's got some metallic in it that just makes it look like more of a silver. It just looks super dope. And then they put the brass decals right over it. These decals are removable, so if you wanted to remove those and put something else, you totally can. But with the brass, I mean the copper stickers, it just looks phenomenal. Going to the bottom bracket, we got a mid-bottom bracket, so the same bottom bracket as the big guys. They're cut out too, so if they want to do cricket grinds, derrick dusters, they probably won't, but if they want to, they could totally do that, and these will lock them in. We also got the seat stays right here. The seat stays are pretty thick, and the chain stays are relatively thick. They're also capped right here on the end to make them look nice. And then if we go up here to the seat bridge, this thing's got a big cutout to keep it lightweight and strong. Going down to the chainstay bridge, this thing looks pretty similar, but it's cut out and gives them a lot of room. The chainstays are pinched to give the back tire a lot of room so that you can have a lot of clearance and you're not worrying about the tire hitting the frame. Going to the seat clamp, we got the alloy Mission seat clamp combined with the Mission Cypress combo seat. This thing's relatively small, but it's heavy duty. It's got rubberized, or actually this kind of looks like a rubberized canvas, or maybe even what they call wax canvas, but it looks pretty heavy duty. So if they have problems tearing up seats and stuff like that, this seat will be heavy duty enough for them to ride, shred, throw their bike on the ground, and they'll still have a nice looking seat. Let's go down to the brakes. We have the Mission Seized brakes. These things just use a dual cable to hit the brakes. The brakes are really easy to adjust. They got very large brake pads and they stop pretty good. Going to the cranks, we got the Mission Triumph 152 millimeter cranks. These are a full chromoly crank with 8 spline spindle. They got sealed 19 millimeter bottom bracket in here, and you got the Mission Rank 25 tooth steel sprocket combined with the Mission 410 chain. And then going to the back, we got the same tire as the front, same rim, same spokes, but we change it up on the rear hub. This one is Mission Function cassette hub, and it has a 14 millimeter axle with a 9-tooth driver, and it's got large 17 millimeter axle nuts. And you know what I mean, this is what you're gonna need if you're gonna put on pegs or you're gonna grind or anything like that. Super heavy duty axle in the rear, and you know what I mean, get some riding, grinding, and not worrying about fixing their bike. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the Kink Kicker BMX bike. If you're interested in getting one of these for your kids, make sure you head over to stackbmx.com, pick one of these up.